I done said it once and I will say it again. Practical effects and stunt work over CGI any day of the year. And if this movie doesn't convince you, then you, my friend, might be a lost cause. So The Fall Guy is a brand new action and romance comedy film. The film is directed by David Leitch and it stars Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Stephanie Hsu, and Winston Duke. After leaving the business for a year, stuntman Colt Seaver springs back into action when the star of a big studio movie suddenly disappears. As the mystery surrounding the missing actor deepens, Colt soon finds himself ensnared in a sinister plot that pushes him to the edge. If you haven't heard it yet, you're going to hear it right now. This movie is a love letter to stunt men and stunt women and all the work that they put into movies and television. This movie gives us a behind the scenes look of the amount of work that stunt men and stunt women go through for essentially our entertainment. I even brought this up in my review of John Wick 4 last year, where there was a video of this guy who literally threw himself down an escalator just to make the scene look awesome. And the final product was definitely worth it, hell yeah. But no one really took a moment to really appreciate that this dude is literally sacrificing his life just to make us smile. Like, imagine doing all of that and you're getting little to no credit. So I appreciate David Leitch for making this film and letting audience see the world from the stunt men and stunt women's point of view, because, well, not to quote Homelander, but they are the real heroes. And with that being said, the amount of stunt work and practical effects in this movie is amazing. So majority of the film has practical effects and you can really tell. Like everything from just guys jumping out of helicopters 100 feet in the air to just flat out rolling down and colliding cars with one another. That is not stunt work. That is art. There is one scene where there is a little bit of CGI used for, well, once you see the scene, you'll know. But for the most part, yeah, all of it was practical. And I appreciated that. Not only do we get great stunt work and great practical effects, we also get great chemistry between the two main leads. The chemistry between these two is like lightning in a bottle. This is legitimately the type of chemistry that you would only see in the movies. The way that they both finish each other's sentences, the way that they're both thinking the same thing. Hell, even the scenes when they're bantering, it felt so authentic and raw. Even in the second act where we see how these two characters have a bit of bad blood with one another, you can still see the magnetic connection. And even during the scenes where there is no stunt work happening, the dialogue between these two really keeps the movie going. But Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt were amazing together. And speaking of amazing, Ryan Gosling, bro, like, is there anything this man can't fucking do? This man is hilarious, he's charismatic, his comedic timing is on point, and he's just such a likable dude playing such a likable character. Listen, call me a dick rider, whatever the hell you want to say, but I think this is one of Ryan Gosling's top 10 best performances ever. The entire movie is hilarious, but Ryan Gosling definitely had the best jokes. There is humor sprinkled across this entire film, and 90% of it was pretty hilarious. The other 10%, well, hold on, let me backtrack a little bit. I would say 95% of the film is hilarious, but the 5%, it just didn't work for me. But that 95%, yo. And this movie has some pretty dope ass action. I mean, given the story, you would kind of expect there to be some action. From the gunplay scenes to the fist fight scenes, it all connected so fluidly. I saw this movie in IMAX, so when those hits were hitting, they were hitting. Part of me felt like I got punched in the chest, like, God damn. And yes, the movie does move slow in the second act, but I feel like the dialogue exchanges between Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt kind of made up for that. The first act starts off crazy, then it gets slow in the second act, and then the third act is just full on fucking bonkers. If you can look past the second act, I think you will thoroughly enjoy this film. But in the end, y'all, The Fall Guy is an absolute banger. I laughed, I cheered, I smiled, and overall, I had such a blast watching this movie. And when I walked out of this movie, I couldn't help but to think, why did this feel like an 80s movie? Turns out, this movie was based off of a television series that came out in the 80s that was also called The Fall Guy. I did not know that going into this movie. This was news to me. Don't look at me like that. Come on, I'm 24 years old. What do you expect? So, plugging The Fall Guy into the rank system, I am placing this one into the pinnacle zone. Also, one thing that I almost forgot to mention is that I love how all of the characters in this movie kick ass. Like, it's almost like every single character in this movie is a trained fighter. The stunt man, the stunt coordinator, the pyrotechnics, and even the director. Everybody in this film knew how to throw hands. I kind of like that. But yeah, y'all, that is pretty much my review for The Fall Guy. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about The Fall Guy. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Would you be a stunt man or a stunt woman for 24 hours? Do you hope they are getting paid for all the hard work they are putting in? Whatever you thought, let me know down in the comment section below. And as always, guys, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you all in the next one.